Typically when it comes to any type of cheating, there is only one way that you can handle it, and that's by taking it down by the source. Now, over on Twitter, GameSpot went ahead and put out a tweet saying Ubisoft and Bungie have filed a joint lawsuit against cheat distributor Ring 1. Now, this right here is truly fantastic news because they're going to the actual source. You see, a lot of people get angry when people aren't banned 24/7 when it comes to any type of game. And it's understandable because you want them out of the title. You don't want to see them ever again. But that is not the only thing that you can do. You can't just ban players and expect everything to be resolved, because at the end of the day, these individuals will easily be able to make more accounts no matter what game it is, depending on if it's a free-to-play title or a paid title. There's always a way around to getting back into their game. And once they get back into the game, they're just going to repurchase the cheating software. You see, at the end of the day, everybody is going to go back to buy or repurchase the cheats. So you have to hit the people who are designing these cheats, because as long as they are still thriving, as long as they're alive, their websites are still running, they're still able to produce and sell these cheats or hacking software, then individuals that are really scummy in the gaming community are going to always have access to some type of cheats for any game they're looking for. But the one thing that really caught my eye about this tweet is the fact that it is a joint lawsuit. And the reason that this is so amazing is because now we have two publishers instead of one. Typically, it's just Activision or it's just EA. And they're single-handedly trying to take on cheating software companies. And you have to understand, these cheating software companies, they do make a lot of money. I mean, these people, the owners of these things, are driving Lamborghinis, fancy supercars, making millions and billions of dollars because, a lot of people purchase cheats. Especially if they're very cheap, they can mark them up for prices like $5, $10, $15. And a lot of these companies put them on payment plans, so it's like $5, $10 every couple of months with, of course, insurance policy. So if you do get caught, you can get the cheats back, of course. They find ways to hook people in on cheating. So they make tons of cash. So when one publisher comes at them, yes, that's good and all, but to be honest with you, it's still going to be a decent fight. It's not like you're coming at a very small company that makes a couple of $1,000. No, this is like, it's a big boy battle here. It's a big boy battle. And when it's two publishers instead of one, that means it's double the income. And as we know, anything that's involving law, money is a money is a pretty good factor to winning anything in that sort. So the more money, the better. And that is fantastic news, because that means that these publishers are actually talking behind the scenes. They are trying to combine their forces and use everything that they could possibly push out to take down these cheating softwares, and they're doing the correct thing. You can't only implement a good anti-cheat into your game. It goes much further than that. Like I just said, you need to take them down at the source. So if we can make it a larger joint lawsuit instead of just two publishers, let's expand it to 3, expand it to 4, 5, 6 publishers. We can really go the full length here, and they could really put in work. The combined income of some of these multi-million, billion-dollar companies would be insane, and they would easily be able to single-handedly take down some of these cheating softwares. But the truth lies behind who is a scummy publisher and who is actually a genuine publisher trying to produce better content and better games for their communities. You see, a lot of companies out there are all about the money, and the best way to make an extra buck is by not permabanning any of the people who are using cheating software. And also, a lot of people like to make deals and arrangements with cheating software companies to also increase their profits. People are scummy at the end of the day, so no matter what, there are publishers and massive companies out there who are still trying to push and make sure that these cheating software and companies stay alive and afloat. For an example, let's talk about Warzone. Activision has been through so much crap lately, between all of the lawsuits and proven patents that they've had behind their skill-based matchmaking to improve their microtransaction sales, encouraging gambling in their titles. I mean, Activision has been through absolutely everything. There's no surprise, in my personal opinion, that this company in general would allow cheaters to continuously come back into their game and not making it a big problem, not blocking them off, not putting in a proper anti-cheat system. And I think they only really took the extra mile for a cheating software company, I think once, and that was when the community was in an absolute uproar over Warzone. They would do nothing. We've been complaining about cheaters forever when it comes to specific Call of Duty titles. There are issues, but Activision never responds. But finally, when something really pops off, Warzone, hundreds of thousands of people are discussing this game, and now some of the top dogs, some of the biggest streamers are voicing their opinions about, cheaters in their game. Then they finally go ahead and, they take the extra step. We don't even know if it's true. They just put out a statement saying that they're going to go ahead and take, official law action for some of these cheating softwares. I think it was only one in particular. But after that, nothing. And also after all of that stuff, we see more cheaters coming back into Warzone. The cheating situation is so bad in this game that pretty much every top tier big streamer who loves Warzone has left for other titles. Some people have gone to PUBG, some people have gone to Apex Legends, back to Fortnite, whatever BR it is, people are moving away from Warzone. The hype is slowly going away, all because people don't want to put up with the cheating situation. But that's Activision's fault. You can blame the developers as much as you want for not handling cheaters in the game, but these developers, like Raven Software, as much as I give them a really hard time, they do go ahead and ban a lot of people. 50,000 to 100,000+ people every other month. They're putting away. But the problem is that their anti-cheat isn't good enough to keep them away because they always return back into the game. Because one, the anti-cheat is so poor that they could easily just go ahead and spend $5 on a fake phone number to give over to Activision to, make a brand new account, and then just obviously Warzone is free, so they download it again and hop back into the system. So that's a big problem. But the second massive problem is that they can get the cheats for pretty much free again. You would think that every time someone gets banned and they have to make a new account, they would have to repurchase the cheats with it, which would make it obviously a hassle, and nobody would want to do that. But like I said earlier in this video, you can get literal insurance on these cheats. You pay just a tiny bit extra and bam. Every time your account gets banned, it's easy. One, it's easy to get back into the game. Like I just said, there's no problem at all working around the system to make a brand new account for Warzone and get back into the game. But two, you can literally get the same cheats you just purchased back for free on a brand new account, meaning endless amounts of accounts. There have been people who have said they have hundreds of accounts backed up in case they get banned on one of them. So they can easily just hop on another one and then go cheat again. Get banned, bam, hop on another one. Go back into the game, get caught again, banned, hop on another one. It's the same cycle over and over and over again because it's so easy to get through the awful system they have in place. Like I just said, some companies just simply do not care about the progression of taking down cheaters and making the community better for everyone. And because of this, our progression to remove cheating from every single video game out there is going to be slowed down tremendously. Because there's always going to be those greedy corporations out there that need that extra buck, who don't care about the happiness of the people who are playing their titles. They just care about the people coming back to spend more money in their microtransactions, in their store, in their battle pass. Wherever they can spend cash, they want them to come back into the game and continuously do it. It's extremely sad because, like I said earlier, it makes so much sense. Imagine all of these publishers joining forces and actually putting an end to cheating. With all the money that these people are making, I mean, shoot, the frickin' Activision CEO is cutting off employees constantly to give himself a fatter check. Can't he just one time not cut the check and put that money towards something that actually benefits the whole community? First off, rehiring some of those people who were pointlessly laid off because he wanted a fatter check, and also contributing to a better cause, helping out these other publishers, joining forces, putting in all of the cash, and taking down these companies. If the companies are gone, then there's no cheats to be bought. I mean, it's nearly impossible because there's always going to be, small creators out there, producing these cheats and selling them on the low. So no matter what, you're always going to find cheaters eventually. But at the end of the day, if they can get the biggest corporations, the people who are making millions and billions of dollars off of their cheats, if they can get them out of the picture, then the mass majority of the cheaters in the whole game will be gone. And of course, in order to deal with all of the cheaters, to make sure no cheaters ever touch a game again, they would have to implement a perfect anti-cheat system, which I don't know if that's even possible. God only knows. But that's the only way you can really get down to, the people who are, selling cheats on the low, not the biggest companies. That's the only way you can go about that, a good anti-cheat. But at least it's a start to clear up all of our games. If we can get the mass majority of the cheaters out of the picture, I would be extremely satisfied. But guys, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new and you enjoy the content, over subscribe and hit that notification button. Also, if you want to chat with me, there's two ways to do so. I have Twitter and Discord. Both those links are down in the description. And also, if you want to catch me live stream some video games, I do it over on Twitch. Link to that is in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.